Good morning. We are starting the new lesson today, that is test and measurement. Test and measurement in sports. So, test and measurement, these are the very common terms which we know. So, we will study here about the definition, define test and measurement, importance of test, measurement in sports, calculation of BMI and waist tape ratio, WHR, somatotypes, endomorphy, mesomorphy, and ectomorphy. Procedure of anthropometric measurement, height, weight, arm and leg length, and skin fold. So, first of all, we will know about the test. Test is test may be called as a tool, a question, set of question, an examination, which is used to measure a particular characteristic of an individual or a group of individuals. Most of the time in our life, we attempt for various kind of tests. Either it is examination, academic test, examination is the test. Various type of examinations are there. Various type of tests are there in human life. Test is the form of questioning or measuring tool used to access the status of one's skill, knowledge, attitude, and fitness. So, this is the tool. Test is the tool. This is used to check ability of any individual or group on particular characteristic or trait. Test an instrument or activity used to accumulate data on a person's ability to perform a specified task. So, this is the test. Test may be called as a tool, a question, set of questions, an examination which is used to measure a particular characteristic of an individual or a group of individual. Test is the form of questioning or measuring tools used to access the status of one's skill, knowledge, attitude, and fitness. Test an instrument or activity used to accumulate data on the person's ability to perform a specific task. Next, we will see measurement and evaluation in your daily routine. Measurement and evaluation. So, we can see the alarm clock, gasoline gauge, speedometer. This we know for what purpose it is used. Alarm clock is used to know the time. Gasoline gauge used to check the depth of the bond. Speedometer used to check the speed. Meeting new people. Opinion of this class. So, current trends are there in which maximum the test and measurements are needed. Public health initiative, promotion of physical activities, problem with obesity, evaluation standard for school programs. So, these are the various tests to check about any trait or any ability. So various tests are there: speed test and another measurement. So we will discuss in detail further when we will come to know. The test may be like academic test, question paper. It may be blood test. It may be any kind of pathological test. It may be any kind of psychological test. It may be any kind of the measurement test in which we are checking the length and weight, checking length, checking weight. So anything that is the test. So overall, the test is a process in which we check about the ability or characteristic ability of any individual or group of individual on any characteristic or any trait. So definition of test is clear. So test is the tool or the process in which we check one's ability or ability of any individual or individual group on any characteristic or trait. That is test. Now we are coming to the measurement. Measurement, it is a process of collecting data on attribute of interest. Basically, the measurements are the numerical values. It is collection of information or data in numeric form. It is the record of performance or the information which is required to make judgment. And always each after the test, the measurement is automatically required, because the test is either in the form of test is always in the form of the measurement. It is, if there is the test, so definitely there is the measurement, and without test there is no measurement will be there. So test is the first process and the measurement is the second process in which we obtain the data from the test. That may be numeric, that may be alphabetic. Overall, this is the data information we are getting after the test. So measurement is an act of process that involves the assignment of numerical values to whatever is being tested. So it involves the quantity of something. So we can say the test is the tool and the measurement is the value or the information which we get which from the test. So measurement is a numerical value. Further we can see the measurement is a specific score obtained through an expert evaluation. Measurement is a process through which our level of performance, fitness level, ability, knowledge, personality, traits, skills are measured with the help of various standard tests. So overall, it means after the test, this is the process in which we know about the information of the test. Recording of measurement has two parts: a number indicating the magnitude, a unit assigned by expert. Like if you are measuring the length, so length can be, we can measure it is 22. What is 22? That is the number indicating the magnitude, and secondly the unit assigned by the expert. Expert is measuring the, taking test and obtaining the data in the form of centimeter, feet or inch or inches. So whatever it is, centimeter, meter, whatever the unit that is assigned by the expert who is conducting the test or measurement. And first one is, that is the number which is indicating the magnitude. So the measurement is, now we can understand this is the data obtained through the test. Simple word. Simply we can understand the definition of the measurement. The measurement is data obtained through the test. And the measurement should be probable. What is the word? Probable. Probable means, that is P for precise, R for reliable, O for objective, V for valid, A for accurate, B for bound, L for lead, E for expertise. So whenever we are conducting any test, so the measurement which we are getting from it, that should be probable. Precise it should be reliable, it should be objective, valid, accurate, bound, lead and expertise. There should be no any mistake. So this is all about the test and measurement. But another term is there. After the test and measurement, there is evaluation. Evaluation is the process in which we come to know about the growth and degrowth. We come to know about the progress, the status of the progress. Like test is the examination which we are attempting, like any formative assessment or summative assessment. For example, for the school children, that is summative assessment, SA1 half yearly examination. The question paper is the test, and the measurement is the marks obtained by the student in that particular question paper, and the evaluation is the promotion. Either the person, the child is passing, being promoted to the next class or not. So evaluation is the analysis of the test and measurement, and it is the process of knowing about the person's progress. So what is the progress? So this is analysis. After the test and measurement, the evaluation is there. Evaluation tells us about the status of the progress. So the importance of test and measurement. For getting knowledge about the progress, for preparation of effective planning, for knowing the abilities and capacities, for discovering the needs of participant, what they need, that can be discovered by the test and measurement only. for giving motivation, because whenever the person we come to know after the test and measurement the person need some help there, so for giving the motivation the test measurement is required. For classification of a sports person, this can be, we can say, then classification or grouping of the sports person or anywhere else. So classification of the individuals means, like, we have made one group of people who obtain always 60% marks, one group of person who are obtaining always 45%, more than 45% and less than 60%. So then this is the grouping or classification of the individual. In the same way in the sports also, we classify the person, the sports person, who are in which level, who are in which level. So the different groups are there. So then classification of a sports person, that is needed, and this is only possible through the test and measurement. For knowing the achievement in future, we keep records. Records are always in the form of measurement and evaluation. So the record of achievements and knowing the achievement in the future, that is also in the form of test and measurement. For research and experimentation, so experiment and research always need the help of the test and measurement, because after the test and measurement the research work is conducted. We will come to in detail then selection, the importance of the test and measurement. First is selection of athlete. By the help of test and measurement, the sports person are selected, because we come to know that who is performing excellently. Because when there is the test, then we come to know then who is what is the performance of the different individuals. So on the basis of skill testing, evaluation of measurements, that I have told you, the evaluation is needed when we analyze the test and measurement, and we come to know that what is the status of the progress. So selection of athlete is on the basis of test and measurement, because test and measurement helps in the selection of athletes. The good athletes who are performing excellently and their skill is very good, they have good techniques of the games and sports, so then definitely they must be selected, and they are selected on the basis of the test and measurement. So selection of athlete is done with the help of the test and measurement. Individual game classification of the athletes. Classification is based on gender, age, body weight, height, interest and physical fitness. So according to these all areas, we decide, we evaluate then who is the person who is fit for which type of activities. We classify the individual different groups. We make the different groups of the individual according to the similarities, and then we decide the activities which can be easily learned by them and in which they can perform very well. So these type of activities are selected by the experts. Like we have selected the taller peoples for basketball. One option is there, basketball. Other activities are also there, other games are also there. Like we have selected taller people for basketball, volleyball, tennis, badminton, so etc. So then we are making the groups: weight, height, interest, physical fitness, gender, age, for various tests. By the help of various tests, we are making a group of individual. We are classifying them in different groups. For classification of the athletes for their individual games, for their team games. So the test and measurements helps us to classify the athletes or grouping of the athletes. This is also known as individualization. We classify the athletes to study the development of athlete. While under the athlete is under training, so we can understand how we can understand the athlete is performing well and he is learning so well, and how we can know about the progress of the individual in training. This is only with the help of the test and measurement. Development of athlete in respect to their neuromuscular, social, interpretative, emotional development, etc. So what is the development in the individual, in the athlete during the training, during while he is learning, to study development of athlete? What kind of development is going on? What is the status of the development? Either there is development is going on or not. So if there is poor development, we can put more efforts, we can motivate him or her to pay more attention, and we can solve the problem why the performance is, why there is very less development, why the performance is lacking. So various things are there. These things need test. For a simple example, I can give you example like there are tests are there, tests are there, test in the examination helps the children to prepare for the summative assessment or formative assessment, because these small tests used to check either the student children are learning or improving or not, either there is the development or not. So to check the development status, that the test and measurements are highly beneficial. So development of athlete in respect to their neuromuscular, social, interpretive, emotional development, etc. So in case of the sports person, it is highly needed, because each after the phase we have to check the athlete's performance, the development. If the development is not up to the mark, so they must repeat the same session again, because after qualifying the first level, then they can qualify for the next level. Like if we are qualifying class 6, so we will go to the class 7. If we are qualifying class 11, then we will go to class 12. So in the same way, to know the development of the, to study the development of the athlete. Next is individually focused training programs based on individual's weakness and strength. This is only individually, in which we focus individual training program. Individually we focus about the weakness and strength of the individual and train them accordingly. Because each individual is different. In this also, the test and measurements are very helpful, because individually we check them, we take the test, we get the measurement, and we go through the analysis, that is evaluation, and then we come to know then what is the weakness, where the person is weak, and what is the strength, and why the progress is declining, and why there is not a up to the mark, the progress is not up to the mark. So everything we can know about the individual by knowing about the weakness and strength. This is only possible through the test and measurement. Motivation of an athlete, measurement and evaluation process creates interest in the training, because measurement and evaluation we come to know about the result. So when one athlete is performing very well, the progress is very well, so he will be motivated, he or she will be motivated to work more, because he and she know then by working, by taking training of this intensity, they are getting this result. So like an example I can give you, in the academic, one child is performing, learning and studying and getting very excellent marks, 100 out of 100 or 99% marks, so he she will be motivated. So the motivation is only possible through the test and measurement. This is not an external motivation, this motivation comes itself, because the child know that after working hard, after studying for uh, much time, they are getting this result, so they will get motivated that yes, they can do. So motivation of an athlete, it comes through the test and measurement, and when there is very good result, definitely the athlete get motivated to perform more well, to perform more excellently, and to get training more effectively and more efficiently. To predict in advance the performance potential. Sometimes we predict about the performance and according to the potential of the individual, because potential of the individual we know by the test and measurement, and we predict for the performance, then the performance will be up to the mark, definitely this person will win, this team will win, because we know the potential of this team, because we have taken the test. By the test and measurement we know the potential of the person, potential of the team, potential of the group of the individual, and we predict in advance the performance. Through the measurement and evaluation procedure, the future performance can be predicted. We can tell then this person will definitely achieve this level, because previous test records and the measurements shows that the potential of the individual. So due to this potential, these test and measurement, we can predict about the future performance. So to predict in advance the performance potential. To prepare norms and standards, all type of standard involve testing and measurement as an essential tool. Norms are set by testing large number of individuals of an area. So whenever the norms and standard of any sports activity, any activity are set, so before that there are tests, various tests are there, number of tests and measurements are there among the individual or group of individual. Then the decision is taken, then we are modifying these norms, we are making these norms and these standards. Like we know then most of the students are qualifying this level. In sports especially, I'm telling you, then when we know, we come to know, then if simple example I am giving you, if there is the sit-ups. Sit-ups are there. If most of the students, maximum, all the students are performing 30 sit-ups easily, so the norms can be set. This can be updated. Then we can set. Then now 35 sit-ups will be for qualifying. So then that will help to enhance their abilities. That will help to increase their abilities. So norms and standards are set only after the test and measurement. So to prepare norms and standards, we need the help of test and measurements in each area, each field. To measure current fitness status. So current fitness status, definitely we can understand, that is record of past and present health status. Everything we can know about the person, the individual or the group of individual after the test and measurement, because test and measurements are helpful for keeping the record. So the fitness status can be measured by the test and measurement. To conduct research, mandatory part to conduct research in the field of physical education, sports and health promotion, and in other fields also. As I feel, then the conduct research work without the test and measurement, the research work is not possible. So to conduct the research work, definitely we need test and measurement, in which we analyze the previous and current data, in which we find out new things by the previous record, previous data. So it is, the research work is always conducted in the form of the measurement and test. So definitely it is a mandatory part to conduct research work with the help of test and measurement. Without test and measurement, the research work is not possible at all. To achieve objectives and goals, coaching and training is done with keeping a fixed target in a given time, especially in sports and physical activities. The coaching and training is always done by keeping fixed target in a given time. So when we have, that is the test. When we are checking after the certain time, given time, we are checking about the one's ability and traits, one's ability on a characteristic or trait, that we come to know that how much the target or the objective or the goal is achieved by the individual after the coaching and training. The session of the coaching and training is decided, and after each session there is a test and measurement, and the test tells us about the performance, the progress. So to achieve objectives and goals, the test and measurements are highly required. In normal life also, we are not achieving anything at once directly. We have go through various tests and measurements, then we achieve our ultimate goal and objective of the life. So when we are setting any objective, any goal, so definitely we have to succeed the different tests. We have to pass the different tests. We have to qualify for various tests in order to achieve the goal. So there are various tests in the sports and physical activities, especially there are various tests in the life. So each test is equally important, because behind each test the measurement is there, the evaluation is there. Measurement is possible after the test, evaluation is possible after the test and measurement. First step is the test, second step is the measurement, third step is the evaluation. Evaluation tells us about our progress, our growth or degrowth. So various tests are there, not only in physical education and sports. The test, measurement and evaluation is highly needed in each field of the life, each area of our life, but especially in physical education and sports, the test and measurements are quite significant. Because each step we need the test and measurement. Even the performance, even the competitions are also in the form of the test and measurement. So we will discuss about various type of test and measurement in this chapter. Then body mass index and the body types, and we will study about the anthropometric measurements of height and weight, skin fold measurement, in which we will come to know about the fat in the body. So various tests are there, we will discuss in detail in the next video.